Hey YouTube, Stewart here from the Earn While You Sleep YouTube channel. We've got a great video for you today. It is 7 tips and hints to help you increase your sales on Redbubble. So, sit back, relax, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Hey YouTube, so no messing about today, let's just get straight into number 1. And that one is trends. Now, there's a couple of places where you can look for trends. One I'd recommend would be Bubble Trends. I'll put a link to that below. Now, Bubble Trends gives a list of today's trends on Redbubble. So it will show you how many products are available or being sold in a particular niche or trend. So you can use that and think, right, that's quite high, I'm going to leave that. That's maybe a bit too low, or I don't know enough about it, so I'm going to go for this one. So it gives you a whole list. But another way of doing it is through the Redbubble platform itself. So for example, if you go onto Redbubble and you search for Valentine's Day, that will come back with quite a lot of results. But the good thing is Redbubble give you some suggested searches. So for example, below might be single on Valentine's Day. If you click that, it then gives more suggested searches. So you can start niching down. So you can go from a big niche, go through the suggested searches and try and find a way of niching down. And that is all available fully on the Redbubble platform. Redbubble platform. You don't need to pay for any extra or anything like that. You just search it, suggested search, and you just keep on niching down. So, number 2. And that is upload your design onto all available products. Don't just keep your design for a small amount of products. So, for example, if you've created something to do with I love dogs, don't just put it on a t-shirt and a mug and that's it. Redbubble has got a huge amount of products that you can pop it on. Stuff like clocks, duvet covers, t-shirts we've mentioned, masks, duffel bags and so many more. Take advantage, because you might not think when you originally created the design, oh, I think somebody would want to pop that on a clock, but you never know. You're uploading it anyway, so put it on that clock. But something to bear in mind as well, don't just upload it without having a proper look at the quality or the dimensions and the size of the design on the product. So it might fit perfectly on a t-shirt, but it might not fit that clock. You might need to resize. So that's important. Resize, put it on everything, but make sure you size it appropriate for the individual item. You can then use that as your template to copy across for your next upload. This is particularly a good idea if you keep all your dimensions the same, because I upload to Merch by Amazon as well. I do everything at 4,500 by 5,400. So each time I replicate or copy, I've already got the same dimensions in place. So probably something to worthwhile bearing in mind, might make your life a little bit easier. Number 3, tagging. So tagging is a brilliant way of getting your design found by potential buyers. Make sure you tag well. Don't spam tag. Redbubble's seeing a lot of this at the moment. And by spam tagging, I mean something like if you were saying I love coffee, they would put in the first tag, I think you're allowed up to 50, but in the first tag, instead of just putting I love coffee, they would probably put I love coffee, I love coffee, I love coffee, I love coffee 20 times. And that would be the first tag. And then the second tag would be I'm a coffee lover 20 times, and then comma, next tag. Don't do that. Tag what is in the design. Also, don't tag stuff just because it is in the news. So unfortunately, with this horrible pandemic we're going through, that's obviously very much in the news. So people would maybe be using it as a keyword, but that's got nothing to do with the fact that you love coffee. So just keep your tags about your design, but spend time doing them. Research them if you need to. Put a keyword in to Redbubble. Sorry, your tag keyword into Redbubble and see what else comes up. So spend a bit of time. Tagging is worthwhile. And then we follow that up with number 4. And that's your description. Put a good description. Don't just put the title and that's it. Put a good description. So tell people what the design is, what's within the design, the pictures, and so on and so on. I've found before when I'm using trends that stuff will come up which I have never heard of. I will create a design for it, but I will then research on Google what it is that I'm doing, so I can then get a little bit of knowledge, and then that will help me write a description. So it's like your tagging, it's very important to help you get found, and use some of those keywords from your tags within your description if you can. The more you use them without spamming, the better it is. So, good description. Number 5, margins. I've played around with the margin that I make on Redbubble. It defaults to 20%. I've tried going above that, about that, and below that. What works for me is for all products except for stickers, I go in at 15% instead of 20%. My hope is that I will make more sales. Okay, I won't quite make as much profit, but I'm hoping that the more sales I make will sort of reflect in the profit overall instead of on an individual item. The only thing I don't do 15% for is stickers. Stickers I go for 150%, and I still sell at 150%, not the 20% which is defaulted on Redbubble. I've known people mention on other channels that they do 200 plus, but 150 suits me. But I've been experimenting on what works for me. Each individual, it's probably worthwhile them experimenting for what works for them. So play around, see if you think I want to make one sale at very high margin compared to 3 or 4 sales at quite low margin. It's up to you what works best for yourself. So yeah, play around, see what works for you. Number 6. If you find you are selling well in a particular niche, maximize it. So if you've got one design which is selling very well to do with beer, a particular niche of beer, maximize it. So put more designs within that individual niche. You know it's selling, you know people are interested in it, and you know that they like your particular style. So go more at it. So when you make a sale, have a look not just at the money you make, which is what we all like, have a look at what it is that is selling. Have a look at the product, but particularly look at the design niche. Take a look at it, spend a bit of time thinking, well, what can I do to not directly copy it? Obviously it's your work, you can if you want to, but not directly copy it, so it'd just be a bit pointless, but keeping it close to it, but different enough for it to stand out from your previous design. And spend a bit of time, spend your time trying to get sales from something which you know already sells. So yeah, spend the time looking through your sales and find your niches and maximize. And that brings us to lucky number 7. Design design, design. Redbubble is not a get rich quick. Redbubble, you have to spend time, you have to build up your portfolio, you have to learn what works, what doesn't work. But the more you put into it, the more you will get out of it. So upload, 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 design, design, design. To use a fishing analogy, I'm not a fisher, but we'll use one anyway. If you've got more rods in the water, the more chances are that you will catch a fish. Same principle. The more designs you have out there, the more likely is you are to catch a sail. So, design, design, design. And that is our list. Hopefully, you will follow it, and hopefully you will see your sales increase. It's a strategy I've been using, and it has helped me from my very first day to learn these little things. So I'll put it in a video to try and help yourselves. So hit that subscribe button, try and follow some of these tips, and hopefully we can earn on this journey together. See you later, and I'll catch you on the next one.